All right, good afternoon. Welcome to New York session. I hope you're doing well. Okay, today is Friday, 18th of April, 2025. It's the last trading day of the week. Now, so far on the dollar index, we've not had in terms of our targets previous week low. If you go to the higher time frame, you can see that low is still hanging in there. That low is still hanging in there. So let me zoom in so you can see. This is where we at, right? And we're expecting. Am I on the dollar index? Because this doesn't look like dollar index. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm kind of seeing something different. It's showing Monday 21st. That's quite interesting. It's today Monday. Okay. I feel like I'm dreaming. Am I in a dream? I'm just checking if I'm in a dream because um, the charts that I'm seeing doesn't make sense. Anyway, that's Thursday. That's Monday. How is that possible? Hang on. I think that's Friday. That's Friday. That's Monday. Is today a holiday in the States? Let me double check. Guys, bear with me as I'm trying to find out exactly what's wrong. Okay, because that's supposed to be Friday, 18th, but it's showing 21st, which makes me now confused. It made me question my reality right now. I don't know if I'm going crazy, but this chat is making me think I'm crazy. Hang on. Oh, I see. I see why. Now it makes sense. So today is actually Easter Friday. Yes. Oh my days. So the futures market, basically, the market is closed on some pairs. That is why. Man, I thought I was dreaming. This is so funny. I thought I was dreaming. I was going to climb my rooftop and jump and see if I'll fly. Anyway, let's go back to the dollar index. So it seems like the dollar index is closed. It's not actually moving. So the last movement was on Friday. I'm sorry, yesterday. The last movement is yesterday, which is Thursday. That's why they are not moving. So probably we're gonna skip the currencies because since the dollar index is not moving, there's not much we can do. Because if we had the dollar index moving, then definitely we would have seen what price is going to do. But based on the high time frame, I think next week we will come for this low here. I don't like when we have an inside candle or form whilst we are going down as a down candle. Right? It leaves the high of that open for a potential run when you get into the new week. But with this gap on the H4 and the volume imbalance, I think we probably will not do that. So with this gap and this volume imbalance, it might not come for the high. It might find support here and then go down again. So yeah, so I think we will continue going lower, but we might maybe pull back in here next week before we attack that low. British pound is almost trading into that fair value gap up there. Euro is gonna go and take out that high, and I think yesterday the level that I gave price couldn't trade there, so I'll be expecting them to go back down next week before going back up. So next week you wanna look for a trade here. I still like that area. They've left a nice low just below the actual level, so we'll look for a run to the upside. Euro Aussie, we are still yet to attack this low. Maybe, I don't know, late afternoon today they might use this fair value gap here and send it down. Australian dollar, we have a nice fair value gap here, so that can also be used to send price higher. New Zealand dollar, same thing, we have a nice auto block here. We came back to this gap, find support, so we're expecting them to go up. For those of you that took this trade, make sure you took something off at the 50% of the range, which is right here, 059542. And then as we continue, Aussie CAD, I think we spoke about price finding support here and then going up. So next week we'll be expecting something similar, a continuation to the upside. We want the weekly to also print up candles, right? The week should keep printing up candles, especially for next week. We don't want them to trade back down to this candles high. We should open and then start going up, and then we will leave a fair value gap here. Here, okay, something like this gap. So next week we need to print an up candle, and then I think that's pretty much it. Let's move on to the gold market. Okay, gold, we are still expecting higher prices. 3432 on the daily. They are just printing one candle, so I think it's similar to the dollar index is closed for today, so this gap is going to be tapped into on Monday. I think Monday is also probably holiday. Monday is a Easter Monday, so maybe Tuesday, that's when the market will open, and it might tap into this and then continue going up. So this will be a first area of accumulation, second area of accumulation. So we might tap into this and then expand up to this level. So in all honesty, I think we shouldn't be doing a session today because the market is closed. You're not gonna get much movement from the market today. Crude oil, we eventually went up there, and I didn't get any entry with it. Maybe I could have, yeah, with this candle after this candle closed, but that one it went up there. But so going forward, I think it might trade up to this area. So next week you'll be looking for a buy to trade up into that area. Okay, I think there's no point because this did not even move as well. So basically what I was expecting still stands. Okay, what I was expecting still stands. We need to move on to the cryptocurrencies, and I guess today's session is gonna be very brief because most people are celebrating Easter. AI 16Z, nothing really has happened yet. Still stuck in a little consolidation. Solana, same thing. We're expecting them to go and take out this high and start dropping. Bitcoin, I think the market is closed. Yeah. Nothing really is going on because of the Easter holiday. Okay, so Tatsuo has done something. Let's check it out. Still, we have this up candle here, so still nothing really much. It will be interesting to see how the month will close. That will be the perspective to go with on Tatsuo. Because if the month can close as a rejection, then we could start aiming for this high and then potentially even that high, or trading inside this big void fair value gap. So on the lower time frame, I don't see any any confirmation yet. On this time frame, I've seen something, but it's gonna require the month to end. Okay, I'm seeing something, but it's gonna require the month to end. What I'm seeing is this one here. The fact that we traded through this gap and then we went above this up candle, that in of itself to me can confirm that the month can end as a raid. It can end as this, that we will be rejecting this month low. Okay, because of how the daily has traded through this up candle and this gap, it's gonna be a problem for price to come back down and attack this low. Okay, so maybe the tool might stay up a little bit more, and then by the end of the month we will get a rejection below previous month low, and that's when it will make sense to look for trade ideas to attack this current month and then potentially the previous month, or we could even trade for this high. All right, so yeah, we're gonna wait and see how this month is gonna close, and that will give us more reason to aim for higher prices. And then that's key. Let's see how price will trade around this fair value gap, because we don't have much in terms of downside, so maybe a move through this, but again it's all gonna depend on how Bitcoin will behave. Think throughout the whole week, Monday to now, we've literally done nothing. Okay, so patience, patience, patience. And I think pretty much that's it. There's nothing really going on. I think I should have probably not done anything today, because there's nothing really going on and it's Easter, so most traders, especially banks, are probably closed today. So that's why even the currencies are not worth spending your time on. All right, so close your charts, go out and have fun. Okay, it's a Easter Friday. Although I don't celebrate Easter, I'm gonna buy myself some chicken and come and eat chips and chicken and chips. So yeah, just close the chat and go out and have fun. And I'll see you all on Monday Probably, because I don't know how the market is going to be like on Monday. But if it feels, or if it's the same as right now, then we will do a similar session, something very brief, and then we call it a day. And then probably come back on Tuesday, because that's when we might have some big moves unfolding. So without wasting too much time, enjoy your weekend. Happy Easter. Stay safe, and I'll see you Monday.